Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Bridget Bennett. Sioux Falls police are investigating a weekend homicide. Early Saturday morning, police were called to a business and apartment building on East 12th Street, not far from the downtown post office. When they went inside, police say they found a 28-year-old man in an apartment hallway. He was taken to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds, but did not survive. At this point, police have not made any arrests, but say the crime is isolated and the public is not in danger.
South Dakota authorities have released the name of a motorcyclist who died in a crash in Turner County last week. 65-year-old Gordon Sorensen of Irene was attempting to pass a semi northwest of Vollen last Tuesday when he struck the side of a septic tank truck that was turning into a field. Sorensen was thrown from the motorcycle and died at the scene. He was not wearing a helmet.
Fire conditions in southeastern KENOLAND are high. That means counties are putting in some burn bans. Yankton County is continuing its no open burning policy for the next 2 days. If the wind gusts upwards of 20 miles per hour this afternoon, which it is expected to do, the fire danger will move into the very high category.
All right, for a closer look at some of those windy conditions, let's check in with meteorologist Adam Rutt.
And not to mention the dry conditions as well. You combine all of that with a very dry air mass. We've had dew points in the 20s and teens over the last couple of days, and that all equates to that elevated fire weather concern really across the majority of the area. Pierre is an example of that. As we take a look out in Hughes County, notice all of the bone dry vegetation there in the foreground. 52, though, in Hughes County. We are able to warm up nicely. Southwest wind at 11 miles per hour. Compare that to downtown here, 41 at the airport with a west wind at 11 miles per hour. That breeze is going to continue to make its presence known for at least the rest of the day and into the night. But you notice also there's a pretty sharp divide along the Missouri River. To the east, we are in the 30s and low 40s, including 43 in Aberdeen, 37 in Watertown, and 39 for Marshall. But on the western side, 57 for Phillips, 64 in Spearfish, 67 up toward Buffalo, and 61 in Rapid City. And yeah, it is noticeably milder now compared to the same point yesterday, especially West River, anywhere from 19 to 28 degrees warmer. Although East River, not that much of a slouch either, 8 to 13 degrees warmer compared to the same point on Sunday. We are going to continue to warm up a little bit more as we head into the day on Tuesday, but do not get used to it. So here's satellite and radar. It is working. You can see in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, there's a little bit of cloud cover up toward Bemidji, but that's really just about it. We do have some stuff to talk about, though, as we head later into the week, just not necessarily tomorrow outside of the wind and the elevated fire weather concern. We'll have 50s to low 60s in southeastern KENOLAND. Marshall might be the outlier along the Buffalo Ridge in the upper 40s, along with Canby. Meanwhile, up to the northeast, 40s and 50s, the latter toward the James River Valley. And we'll see another round of 50s and 60s in many locations west river. But as we go into the start of spring, which officially begins tomorrow night, there's going to be a few bumps along the way. We'll talk about that and also give updates on your weekend outlook as we head through the hour.
Okay, thanks a lot, Adam. Tribal members in western Minnesota are celebrating the return of what they call sacred land. Friday morning, the state transferred more than 1,000 acres of parkland back to the Upper Sioux community. John Lauritsen with our CBS affiliate in Minnesota was there and explains what it means.
With ceremonial prayers and drums.
All of the prayers that we put into this going to come today to reality.
Dakota people came together, joined by the governor and other state leaders, to make the land transfer official. It gives more than 1,000 acres of the Upper Sioux Agency State Park back to the Upper Sioux community. The land has been a state park since 1963, but tribal leaders say they've been waiting 160 years to have this property returned to their people. They talked about how their ancestors starved on the land when the government failed to provide food promised in a treaty. They also discussed their frustration of having to pay to get into the park to visit the grave sites of ancestors.
The park is not just recreational. I consider it a land of memories and spirits. It is to be walked upon with respect and reverence.
161 years from when this land was stolen by the United States of America. But today is going to be returned to the caretakers.
At the end of the ceremony, Governor Walz and Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan were among those who signed the official transfer deed, marking the end of years of lobbying by tribal leaders.
When there's an official treaty signing or official documents, that almost always ended in sorrow and tears for your community. Today is not that day.
I have so much hope for what is possible for our young people who are here.
In Yellow Medicine County, with photojournalist Dave Cheney, John Lortson, WCCO News.
A DNR spokesperson says that they believe that the land should have never been a state park, and they will spend the next few months removing buildings off the property.
Security measures are being enhanced at a Bloomington, Minnesota mosque after shots were fired in the parking lot Saturday night. Officers responded to the mosque at around 10:40 in the evening. Witnesses told police several people started arguing inside a bathroom. They were asked to leave and escorted outside. That's when the gunfire started. No one was injured, and the suspects left the scene before officers arrived.
Tribal communities in North Dakota impacted by orphaned oil and gas wells can apply for a share of a grant funding to clean them up. The Department of Interior says that the funding is from a $55 million grant in President Biden's Investing in America agenda. Funding through the program can be used to plug, remediate, or reclaim orphaned wells on tribal lands, as well as restore soil and habitats in degraded areas. It will also decommission or remove associated infrastructure. There are thousands of orphaned oil wells and gas wells on North Dakota tribal lands.
For the first time in 32 years, the Iowa Hawkeye women are a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. On Sunday night, the Hawkeyes were announced as the second overall seed in the women's bracket. The Hawkeyes will play at home against the winner of Holy Cross and the University of Tennessee Martin, who meet in a play-in game as the 16th seed. Game times and television assignments haven't been announced.